Good morning and welcome to week 9. I hope you all had a great spring break and that you didn't do a ton of work. This might be a problem in that I think I left it off a little bit confusing as to whether you were to be working on your finals for your character design project or not. They were not actually due this week, but they're due next Monday. My apologies if you worked all spring break long to get those done. It just occurred to me that I didn't make that clear. So, if you do have them done, then this should prove to be a really light week for you. And this week will be your spring break from illustration class. So today we're going to discuss something which I think is super fun, which is zines. Zines, it comes from an abbreviation for a magazine. People made them as fanzines. A lot of stuff for bands and music that folks liked, miniature comics. It's really just a way that people can self-publish using a photocopier and kind of, make $3-4 on something really small that's relatively inexpensive. And it's just an easy way to get your work out there. A lot of folks have done it and gotten their start doing it this way. So here's a few examples. You see a lot of people doing poetry this way. The fanzines are sometimes a lot of type, a lot of images. There are some people that will say that if you don't, paste the whole thing together with a photocopier and then lay them out on the photocopier to print all your books, then you didn't really do it right. The traditionalists, but there are computers, obviously, and scanning in your work and doing it that way is perfectly acceptable at this point too. So to make a zine, there's a couple different ways, and mind you, I have some illustrations up here that show you how to do it. Here's one with a few different types of zine that you can make. Here is the single page zine. This is the zine that I'm looking for you to make. So you'll notice that the folding will make the front and back cover appear next to each other, and then some pages are the top and the bottom are facing opposite of one another. That becomes a little bit simpler when you look at a diagram like this one. What happens is you'll be drawing in the orientation shown in the previous slide, but cutting down the middle and folding it in just such a way that it ends up making a little 3-spread book with a cover, a front and a back cover. This video here does it step by step with some nice little music to listen to at the same time, and that is really going to be your friend if you've never done this before. So check that out. Go slow. If you're struggling, by all means reach out to me, send me an email. I can meet you if you're on campus and show you how to do one quickly. But if you follow the instructions out of this video, you should be fine. I think. I don't want to tell you what is and isn't complicated for you, but this is pretty much how you do it. But certainly, if you're having trouble with it, get a hold of me. Here is another zine layout. This one's for a 24-page one. We're not going to really worry about that. I just threw that up there so you can see how elaborate and complicated you can kind of make these things. Just simply making books with basically your printer at home or at a Xerox machine at Kinko's or something. So, now comes the assignment part. This is the difficult part of this assignment is probably figuring out how to make the zine. Then I just want you to populate it. By populate it, I mean I want you to add things to it. So you are to make a simple zine utilizing one printed sheet which describes in images a simple activity in great detail. like ironing a shirt, making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, preparing fried clams. If you've worked in the restaurant industry in Portland, Maine on Commercial Street, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You are to make multiple copies. I mostly just want you to practice making more than one copy. I'd like one if you are on campus. You can drop it off by my mailbox at 217 Hildreth. It's right outside of Corey Norman's office, up on the second floor in the Communications and New Media wing. That's the building that's like right across from the dining hall. So I would like you to really try to attempt to photocopy a couple of these, and I'd really like you to just try to have some fun on this one, because I know a lot of this course is maybe a little bit of stretch of fun. So go ahead, chill out on this assignment, and then next week we're going to launch right into doing some sequential art with the characters that we developed for our character development. I would like to say the stuff that I've seen so far from you guys is so good, and I'm really, really pleased. So, one more week of the character development, and then into the sequential art. Thank you.